Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic and today's bonus content. So Simon's been doing an absolutely extraordinary puzzle today, no doubt. You may have seen it already. A equal parity Sudoku killer variant. I mean, an astonishing puzzle. I think that was by Christoph Seeliger. Now, my one is by another German author, Richard Stolk, who published this a couple of weeks ago on Logic Masters Germany. And sorry about my pronunciation of Germanic names. Maybe it's Richard Stolk or something like that. So this is a Tic Tac Toe Sudoku, which wasn't an original idea of Richard's, but he's created a version of it. And the rule in this is that you have to consider each of the 3x3 boxes as a game of tic-tac-toe or noughts and crosses. And it's being played between odd and even numbers. And you can find out who's won each box by the cell in the central box that maps to the outer one. So this box, if that has been won by a line of odd numbers, this cell will be odd. Seriously. I mean, it sounds complicated. Let's hope we get used to it as we go through the puzzle. If that one's been won by an even row of numbers, this cell will be even. And that's how it works. And I think that, so odd boxes, I presume, could be won by two separate rows. Like you might be able to have two rows of odd numbers. Remember, the diagonals are included in tic-tac-toe, so that could be an odd line that wins its box and makes that cell odd. And, well, I mean, it's a very important rule, I think, that no 3x3 box can have both an even and an odd winning line in it. So either odd wins or even wins, and the result will appear here. And this box must operate on itself, I think. So the central cell reveals the winner, unsurprisingly, perhaps, of the even-odd battle there. So that's Tic-Tac-Toe Sudoku. And as I say, I'm looking forward to giving this a go. Do try it on the software before watching my solve if you want. It's on the link below the video. I don't know if there's anything to sort of specially tell you about. The usual sort of, please log on, look at our Patreon site, check out our merchandise, comment on the videos, do subscribe, all of that. So, with that said, let's get cracking and see how we get on with this rather peculiar ruled puzzle. So, okay, we've got some fives, so I can place a 5 here. 5 must be in one of those two cells in this kind of significant central box, which is a little unsurprisingly no givens in it. I think that's about what we could have expected. So I'm just doing a bit of Snyder notation where I can spot that numbers are restricted to a couple of cells in their box. 4, 1, 3, 6, 2. Yeah, we've done that. 1, 3, 2, 5, 7s. No, not so helpful. No, there's not a lot being given by this. And I guess that's frustratingly likely that we're going to have to start. And is that 5 really the only number we can get? 2's limited to those two. And there are some cells that can only be 2 possible candidate digits. So that's when I'm putting them in the center of the cell. This one I think is limited to 4, 6 or 9. That's more than 2, probably not. Oh look, this is a pair, isn't it? That's a 1, 4. In fact, this is a naked single. Yeah, so this is a pair is what I spotted. 8, 7, 9 in the row, 3, 5, 6, 2 in the box. So this is 1 and 4, and we can actually tell which way round they are from the 4. So 1 and 4, that's got to be helpful. And that's quite interesting. Okay, what I'll do, as with so many puzzles depending on parity, let's color in all of the cells. We'll go green for odd, red for even. I think they're different enough that even the colorblind will follow what's going on. So those ones are green, I think. The other given numbers are, sorry, those ones are odd. The other given numbers are even, and of the ones we found, we can put them in. And now look at this box that we're doing up here, box 3. Whatever goes in the central cell is going to determine the winning line. It could be 7 or 9. Actually, 9's restricted to those two. Or it could be, and if it was 7 or 9, we've got a diagonal win for odds. And if it's an 8, we've got a diagonal win for evens. And that will determine whether this one is even or odd. So that's certainly interesting. This could be even and provide an even winning line. You can never have 2 even winning lines as a... Oh, no, it can't. Oh, this is... Okay, this is an interesting generic rule here. You can't have an even winning line that's straight. Why can't you? Because there's only one other even cell to go in the box. And you'd be, if it went here, you'd be left with an odd line that was also a winning line. If that was even and you had an even cell here, you'd be left with an odd line there. The even winning lines, and there must be 4 of them because we've got to fit 4 even digits into the central box. They must all be on the diagonal. Mustn't they? Yeah, that's right. They can't even be straight through the middle because there'd always be an odd winning line. Now that means we can never have an even horizontal or vertical run of 3 in a box because there'd always be an odd one as well. And the rules specifically say that can't happen. So this is not a 2. That is a 7. We can color it green. And look, the diagonals are all covered here. So in fact, this box here must be won by odd. So I know that that cell's odd. It doesn't really help me know what it is, but I can color it green. Doesn't really tell me anything else. Wherever the 2 and 6 go here, they're not going to make a line. Oh, actually 2 from that position of that 2. Oh, that's nice, actually. 2 has to be there. That rules out this from being 2. We can actually suddenly place 2 here. I didn't think that was going to happen. That's red. And now we've got 4 reds in column 9. We can place these 2 as green. And they're 1 and 9, but I don't know which order. And there may be other cells around the grid that are looked at by all of the digits of their parity. So... 2, 4, 6, and 8. Are they? Yes, look, here. Yes! 2, 4, 6, and 8 are all looking at this cell. So this box is won by odd as well. So I can fill in another odd digit there. Now I've suddenly got 3 across the middle. Okay. Yes, and look, it's if an even line is going to win it, it's got to be on the diagonal, we said. And look, these 2 diagonals cannot be won by even up here. So this box is won by odd as well. It's weird how you have to kind of do some thinking about the game to make progress here. I'm sure there aren't many other ways to get going. Oh, that's weird. Okay, so now 1 can't be here because of this 1 we placed. So 1 in this box is in one of those. 9, 7. What else have we learnt? Now here. Does even have to win this? No, maybe not. I don't think that's a given. 2 though, no, that's not either. Oh, so I keep suddenly trying to jump ahead now and shortcut things, but I bet there's no shortcut with a richer puzzle. So this cell is seen by 4 even digits as well, so that's odd too. But even could still win this box. I mean, I like thinking of it as a game between even and odd. That's quite good fun, but doesn't necessarily always help. This cell is seen by 8, 4, 2 and 6 as well. So that is odd. In fact, it's 3 or 5. Oh, these 3 can't be even because we've already got an odd winning line here, and it would be even in a straight line. Therefore, this must be even. It can't be 9. It's 4 or 6. What else can we learn? I'd love to know what the winning line in this central box. Whatever the central cell is, that is the colour that's going to win the line. That's going to win the box. But I don't know what it is. 7 is now restricted to these 2 cells in the central one. What else can we find? I mean, it's quite exciting looking for these things, I think. Now you may find that an odd form of excitement. Oh, this is the... No, I thought that was going to be naked for a moment, but it's not. Now, what else can we do then? So this, yeah, we know boxes 2, 4 and 6, who wins them. How about here? This could be even, but it might not be. Or can we work on if this was odd, what would we be getting? This would be an odd winner. So this cell would be odd. That would actually make this cell odd. Doesn't really advance us though. I mean, I'm sort of finding little chains, but they're not necessarily all that helpful. So we established even can't win this. I mean, we've got 3 odds placed in the central box. So some of the boxes must be won by even. If that, and wherever that happens, the central cell must be even for an even win. But we haven't ruled out many of those central cells yet. Oh, what else can we see here? 1, 5, 3, 7, 8, 2, 5, 6. Oh, come on, come on. There's got to be something to find that's going to be very useful. Oh, 8 is restricted in this box to there. So 8's down here. Now, how could even win this box? It couldn't. Even as we said, with a central cell of even, you can't get a 3 line here. You need a diagonal, and those 2 can't both be 4 and 8. Now we've limited 8 to these cells. So this box is won by even. So we get yet another even in the central cell. In fact, we can place the number because it sees 5, 3, 9 and 7. So that's a 1. We can put 1 in over here. Let's remember to colour that cell. 2, 3 and 6. Okay, so we know that was won by even anyway. Oh, interesting. Now we've got still, this could be 3 odds winning here. That would push 5 or 7 into there. That's fascinating. Oh, but hang on. We've got 2 odd cells here that aren't 5 or 7. So they've both got to be 3 and 9. 5 and 7 are limited to these cells. So all of these are even. Ah, that's blowing the puzzle wide open. Fantastic. And every time it's even, there's an, okay, well, up here we know these two are even to win their lines. Every time a box is won by even, its central cell is even, and it's a diagonal that's happening. So, oh God, oh, so that makes this cell odd for what it's worth. It's either that diagonal or that one, not sure which way round. But look at that, that's so bizarre. So this central box cannot be won by even now. There's no way you can place an even to win it. So this is odd to show that the central box is won by itself. This is even. That allows us to place 7 and 5. Oh, what an intriguing puzzle. So 2 in one of those, 4 in one of those. I mean, I've opened up quite a lot of this now. Yes, look, up here, that's an 8 to finish off that. In fact, we can finish the box straightforward. This one's 6 because of the 2 down here. That makes this 6. Oh, what an just unbelievably complicated idea. But once you kind of feel the idea, it's just fascinating. I mean, I'm in love with that sort of idea. Now look, 6 here, must be a 6 in one of these. This now is 6. So that is red. Not really much point continuing with the colouring, although as I say that, I can hear the screams of anguish from people who think they have some sort of OCD and can't bear me to stop colouring. So I will keep doing it for now, just for you guys. This must be green and must in fact be a 7. So actually colouring is sometimes a bit helpful. To be fair, this must be even. It's red because we've got 5 greens in that row. This one's red as well. These two, in fact, are 4 and 8, and we can tell which way round because of the 8 in the row. 9 and 3, we've finished another box off. That's 9. Oh, I love the way that all worked together. It was so unexpected. 6 and 8, and they must both be red for even. Let's make those odd. 7, 1, 4, 6, 8. That's 9. I think that's the only place it can go. Flip to the colour now. 3. That puts that there. Yeah, that's a 3. Sorry, I've accidentally uncolored that. Let's make it green again. 2 and 5. Really, the colouring's a bit of a chore now, frankly. But I will carry on. 1, 4, and 3. That's a 4. That places 4 here. We've got a 2 there now. 1 and 3 as a pair there. They're green. That 5's green. Oh, what a part. I mean, you know, the rest is just finishing off, but it's an absolute pleasure because this was so entertaining. I know we're largely finished now, but it's so clever. Honestly, I can't impress on you enough what an impressive feat of construction that is. And I mean, I'm sure, given Richard Stolk's pedigree, that solution path was exactly as he had envisioned it, I would imagine. Partly just because of the beauty of its unfolding, frankly. So, ooh, what am I missing? Okay, I've got a 6, 8 pair in this row. Let's just make those red because they're all even. In fact, yeah, 2, 6, 8. So this is the last even number in the column. So that's a 4. That's where the 4 goes over there. We've got 3 and 1 to place in the column 3 there. That 3 fixes the 1, 3. That's quite lovely as well. This is another 6 or 8. Okay, that's 6 because we've got 8 in the box. So we're unwinding all the 8 6s. Good. That gives us a 9 here. 1 here. Oh, okay. All those are doable. Yep. And I think we are done. That's a I mean, I've said it 100 times now. That's a really clever puzzle. let's just give you the satisfaction of seeing the coloured cells if you care about that. And what a pretty puzzle. What a clever idea to implement. I know it wasn't Richard's original idea, but I love the way that's worked. And you can just check, let's check them off. So in this top box, an even diagonal. In this one, an odd straight line. In this one, an even diagonal. In this one, 2 odd straight lines. In this central one, an odd straight line. Very self-referential, an odd diagonal there, an odd straight line, an even diagonal, and an even diagonal. I think the insight that an even win had to be a diagonal was very important. I mean, worth knowing again if one is ever doing a tic-tac-toe Sudoku. But that is a lovely piece of work. Thank you very much for following along with me, or indeed solving it first and then just checking the solve. But I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Really lovely puzzle. Thanks very much, as always, for just following the channel, and hope to see you again soon on Cracking the Cryptic. Please stay safe. Bye for now.